5 wagons grope blindly for the path on a starless night, their master glancing ever upward to the skies for assurance that he is on the right course. A dim lantern his only protection against the encroaching darkness. But the skies bring no comfort, shining no light, betraying no hint of what they know. The caravan carries travelers bound for the frontier hamlet of Gilded Vale, you among them, where a local lord has offered land and wealth to settlers from abroad looking for a fresh start. You have taken suddenly ill, sweating and shivering, and one of the other travelers signals for the caravan master to stop on your behalf. He pulls up just in time to avoid plowing into the trunk of a fallen tree that bars the way ahead. You will go no further tonight.
Everybody stays close to the wagons, got it? Stay out of the woods, and beasts take you if you were planning a stroll through those ruins up there. Whole area's crawling with hut-dwelling types who would be happy to stick an axe in you for trespassing. So mind that you don't track mud on their sacred blazing rocks. Tonight, everybody stays put, and in the morning we'll get the path cleared. Gilded Vale's less than a day out. Understood? Touch of the rumbling rot, could be. There's a stinging beetle round here, carries it. You'll be fine once it passes your innards. Unless you don't drink water, course. Which case you'll be dead in a day. There's a berry grows in these parts, small and pink, called a springberry. About the size of a fingernail. Give you cramps if you eat it, but the frontiersmen make a tea from it. Calms the insides. Should get you through the night. You might check around, see if you can find some. Meanwhile, I'll see if we can scare you up some water. I know you want to hunt before it gets much darker, but see about refilling our water first. Got a sick one here. Hold on. Take someone with you. I know you're not some helpless tenderfoot, not like most of this lot. But you drop dead, I don't want to be looking for the body. Got a schedule to keep. Kalisha. Kalisha! He needs to find some springberries. Watch that he doesn't drop dead.
No promises.
What kind of guide says something like that?
Kind you can afford.
Don't listen to her, you're in good hands. And I pay too well, if anything. Off with you. Hayden should have supplies. See that you're equipped before you head out. We're in harsh country. Get your berries and hurry back. And if you get so much as a tickle of wind, you drop everything and you run. Something in the air tonight. If it's a Beawick, we'll shelter in the ruins. Hut dwellers be damned.
You heard the man. Let's get going before you keel over.
Anyone need supplies? I've got sundries for sale. Brought a whole wagon full of goods to sell, but not enough shirts for the road. Say, is there anything you need? I've...
This is recent. Not good.
I'll have your water soon enough. Stream's not going anywhere.
Let's check. We shouldn't stray too far.
I'll teach you a lesson! Show him how it's done!
Still waiting on Sparfell, which means he's ignored me again. If I'd known he wanted to slow us down, I'd have just tied him to the back of the wagon and dragged him. I'm sorry, you want your water, you better go find him. He's got all the skins.
Shit, come on, let's go look for him. What a surprise. Sparfell went hunting. Sparfell? Are you all right? Ambush! Come on, we have to get back to camp.
Hey there.
I'll teach you a lesson!
Get inside! Run!
That was... We should be dead. We can't stay here. There could be another collapse. We're not getting out that way anyway. Let's get further inside. We have to be careful in here. Place has been open to the wilds for a couple thousand years. Might be a lot of vermin taking shelter here. 4-legged if we're lucky. 2 if not. Those tiles look suspicious. Let's be careful. Wait. Do you hear that? Wait. Do you hear that? That looks weird. Fresh air in here. I think we found an exit. Sounds like the storm path. It's 2.
You cannot venture.
Oathbinder, bear witness, and see this man has kept his word, true to his last breath, full to his blood's last drop. Guide his soul, queen that was, and regard it among your favored. Let his life by the key be his confession. Let his death by the key be his absolution. May he walk the world ever free of the crushing weight of the book. Your brother has done his part, and you have seen the power of his contribution. I will accept no further hesitation from the rest of you. In the sight of the queen that was, will you fulfill the oath? Will you take your place beside your brother in the endless esteem of her memory that is without flaw? Step forth and be assured of the great worth of your life's course.
We take a break.
I'll teach you a lesson! Show him how it's done!
about we take a break? I can think of a better place for this stuff.
You must be one of the new settlers. Welcome to Gilded Vale. You'll be pleased to know that we've had some recent vacancies here. Of course, we'll need to make some inquiries first. The inestimable Lord Radric VII has taken great pains to insulate our town from Widewind's legacy. Have you ever sired a Hollowborn child? The well-being of this village is my business. You'd best get used to the idea if you intend to live among us. I should warn you, stranger. Here in Gilded Vale, we have a special place for dissidents, charlatans, and those who would hide a curse in our midst. His lordship's wife is with child and due any day now. Without his approval, I shan't be able to find you a permanent settlement. It will have to wait until after the birth. We can continue our interview then, after the bell tolls from Radric's hold to signal my lord's new heir. In the meantime, you can find temporary accommodations at the inn just southwest of here. Whatever your problem, it sounds like a matter for an animancer. However, the only animancer in Gilded Vale isn't in any condition to speak. Consider yourself fortunate. After she failed Lord Radric, we saw to it that she wouldn't profit from the misplaced trust of others. A bad cure is often worse than none at all. But if you're set on finding a bottle of troll piss or a dead Audra pebble to rub on your forehead, you're welcome to check her pockets. A little corpse stink is nothing when you're digging for shit. My advice, however, is to be satisfied that you escaped and leave it at that. Keep out of...
Listen!
2 tolls. Let that be the last.
3. Gods have mercy.
It seems your arrival is ill-timed. 3 bells toll only for the death of a Radric. I fear Lord Radric's heir is lost, or else Hollowborn, and so lost all the same. You should tread carefully. Circumstances have changed a great deal.
I meant no offense. Let's put this matter to rest over a round, shall we? My treat.
Hoping to soothe our pride with a few Adira coppers, eh? We don't need your coin.
Go on. Say it again. I'm itching for an excuse.
Fie, you're itching for the kindling touch of your sister, you cocksfeather!
I'll cut that barrel-looking tongue out of your head.
This is a misunderstanding. I didn't say whatever it is you think I said. We've nigh quarrel.
That's where you're wrong.
Not quite how I hoped to get to know the neighbors. Thank you for your timely assistance with that awkward situation. Well, that is one way of putting it. Well, I suppose introductions are in order after that little fiasco. Aloth Corsair, at your service. Well, I'm a wizard by training, and an adventurer by necessity. I was born in the Seathwood, part of the mainland of the Adir Empire, and both of my parents served the nobility, which afforded me an education for which I am grateful. However, there were no open positions in those houses, and so I decided to seek new means in a new land. And how exactly did you come to be here? In Gwithan Ruins? Oh, those can be dangerous places during the best of times, which these are not. And half the locals would arrest you for trespassing, and the rest would kill you outright. I'm curious, what exactly did you find there? And you survived? I've heard such a thing was impossible. But it seems you either have a knack for timing or the favor of the gods. An excellent question. I came looking for fresh air and cheap land. Instead, the magistrate gave me directions to the inn and a story about the local lord's expectant wife. But I take it that's a familiar tale. Indeed. The local lord has searched far and wide for similar specialists, and he has rid himself of them almost as desperately. As should I, given recent events. It's just as well. I've had enough of the watered wine and lumpy beds at the inn. They say even the owner tired of the place. Just up and left one day. It explains quite a lot about the upkeep. Perhaps I could join you. I could use a change of scenery, and I find it's better to travel in numbers. Excellent. I shall follow you.
Well met, friend.
While we take a break. Sure. How about we take a break?
Well met, friend.
Sure. Yeah? Hey there.
Lava.
Attack! Show him how it's done!
Curses!
How about we take a break? Yeah?
Good day to you. Hail, traveler.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
But the truly interesting part is in there, and I haven't had much luck in reaching the keep itself. I hoped to find the master of this place, a man by the name of Meerwald, but it seems that he either holds his privacy most dear, or else has been devoured by his house guests. Oh, truly? Then perhaps we can help one another. The grounds are infested with all manner of beasts. I've never seen the like. I didn't want to risk it alone, but you seem capable. Together, I'm sure we could manage it. And then we can both ask our questions of Meerwald. I seek a great treasure, you see. Not gold or silver, but the Tanvi Oratoa. You might call it the Book of Virtues. It's a sacred text of the Rauatai, but we possess only a fragment of it. A year I've journeyed in search of the rest, and I uncovered evidence that leads me to believe the original lies just there, beneath the keep. Excellent. Lead on, my friend, and I will be at your heels. Ah, wait. Speaking of that, I ought to warn you first. Wondrous teeth, I nearly forgot. I have, at times, been followed. It began in Adir, and in Exomitl they attacked outright. I believe they do not wish for me to find what I am looking for. I say believe, but I have been told as much by one of my would-be assassins. I paid them little mind. Humorless sorts in long robes. But it's why I bought the sword, you see. and it's only fair that you should know. I'm glad you're not discouraged. Come then. Who knows what we will find inside?
Mm-hmm.
Braved out. Following your lead. Let's end this!
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Braved out, Elon.
Show him!
Braved out, Elon.
Leave off! You can't do this! This is our village, our home! The Nine Claws have lived here almost 50 generations. We were here long before your kind brought war to our lands. You can't just burn it all! Have mercy, soldier! Our warriors have all gone! You can't burn us all because of them!
Well, that's, unusual.
That's it! I'll teach you a lesson!
As am I. If you should happen to find him, I would be glad to know of it. Each day his absence brings new dust to my halls, new cracks to my stones. It's shameful is what it is. The Earl would never have let it come to this. You are free to search for him here. I will unbar the way. I can feel his presence faintly somewhere deeper inside the keep. But he uses his gifts to confound me, and my senses are dulled while he does so. I only wish I could know his mind. Take care in your...
Braved out.
Show him how... I'll teach you a lesson! Show... Show him how it's done!
New orders, Lieutenant. Ready your squad.
We'll take those farmers by surprise.
Show him how it's done! I'll teach you a lesson!
Braved out, Elon. Brave Dalphilon.
I'll teach.
Brave Dalphilon.
I'll teach you a lesson. I'll teach.
Brave Dalphilon.
How may I help?
These ones are in. Show. I'll teach you. Show them how it's done.
Brave Dalphilon.
I'll teach you a lesson. I'll teach you. Hold! Show him how it's done!
Hey there. Hey there. Mm-hmm.
Brave Dalphilon.
Almost time. Di and Heather scouted the village last night. They're rounding up the rest of the party now. Don't worry. Everyone remembers the raid was your idea. The Rio had to go along with it after you'd gotten the rest of the clan riled up. No one once had said that the Nine Claws were too cowardly to stand with the rest of the tribe when the foreigners desecrated our ruins. The tribes need more leaders like you. Women who value deeds over words. You were right. We were too soft when the foreigners first came, and now they humiliate us.
No. Keep away from us. Leave us! Mayor Wald isn't here, and he isn't fooled. He has sent for no callers. Be gone, deceiving spirit!
Mayor Wald will speak with you, but you will maintain your distance, or you'll have me to answer to.
Come to speak to Mayor Wald? Mayor Wald, whose touch is poison? Mayor Wald, who knows not his effect? The window to the ether where spirits dwell. Hear and reach into it, speak and listen through it. A watcher sees souls, reads them, knows their pasts, souls of the living, souls of the dead, an empath, and the souls see them back. Used it to help beings in both realms, did I. What the gods wanted of me, thought I.
The gods put me in the world for vengeance, and I obliged.
It was the gods' wishes that we protect those lands. My way was the only way to remove the foreigners.
Little I knew. No! No! Forgive me! Lost? No. Found more of it. Too much to bear. An awakening. Something reminds. Memories stirred. Memories before birth. Other bodies. Other times. Memory. Personality. Identity. Any might. Ghosts of the mind. Mayor Wald has lost control. Mayor Wald's body no more. Spirits and not spirits. Always whispering to Mayor Wald, reminding him of his mistakes. No sleep. Watchers see memories before them, form them from the essence of their own souls. Once Mayor Wald awakened, he could not make them leave. Troubled memories, angry memories, pulling Mayor Wald back, reminding him his mistakes. Marauder and soldier, soldier and marauder, how could they know? Oh, no. You too. They will take you too. So fragile the Watcher's mind, so real his memories. Once awakened, how can he sleep? You were reminded of it. Strong memories, lingering lives, they dwell near the surface, waiting to be remembered. Mayor Wald sat at his hearth and watched his fire. Watched the war fragmented. My fault. War that death we brought to the settler men. We, the 9 claws. Claws of 9. Worse what we did to the women. For love of the...
Hold her down.
The boy, for the
You'll get no pity.
soldier, and how little... No. Keys. City of Defiance. Never secrets. Many Woodica. Sleep well.
Hold. You're betrayed.
Great.
Come on. Not like that.
Yeah?
Wait, that older set? Don't want to discuss. Right, no sense listening to that old Like your breeches, Scholar Lad.
I beg your pardon?
I said nothing.
Hail and well met.
Hey there. Hey there.
I felt Mayor Wald's passing. You slew him. It saddens me to hear it, but part of me is... This place has always known its master, long as it's had one. It has a will all its own, which has little to do with the castle and much to do with the land it's built on. It looks to you as Mayor Wald's successor now, whether you care for it or not. A dubious honor, inheriting a fortress both broken and cursed. But in the right hands, it could be so much more. If you had only seen it in its day.
Sure.
Hush, Itumak. We'll just wait a little longer.
Yeah?
Braved out.
That's not very helpful. That's fragrant.
I'll teach you a lesson! That's it!
I have them!
After you, I insist.
You must gather your party before venturing forth. Lions Bay, the city at the heart of the Deer.
The City of Defiance, crown jewel of the Deerwood, if you ask the locals, anyway. Brave does he not believe. Brave does he not believe.
I'll teach you a That's it!
Brave does he not believe.
I'll teach you a... I'll teach... Show him how it's done!
That's how it's gonna be.
I'll teach you a lesson! I'll teach you a lesson!
Yeah?
That's not very helpful.
These ones are it!
Mm-hmm.
I'll teach you a... I'll teach you...
I shall deal with that.
That's it!
Yeah? Hey there.
I'll see what I can do. I'll have it in no time.
Hail, traveler.
Brave does...
Stay, and that's it. That's how you find Temple of Vodka. Thank you guys for watching.
I'll teach. That's it.
You are from Kratom, my boy. A remarkable city, truly one of the most impressive we have encountered outside of our own. Many exceptional people who have joined our cause come from Kratom. What made you decide to join our order? Are you ready to take the oath? To spread the...
I'll teach you a lesson. Show him how it's... I'll teach... Show him how it's done! I'll teach, show him!
Level beyond.
Back, ye clod! Those hooded fiends are nigh to be trusted!
I'll teach you. I'll teach you.
Indeed. I shall.
Show him how.
Yeah? Hey there.
A moment, please. I feel I should explain myself.
I'll grant you that animancy has had its failures, Bal Reach among them. But does that warrant attacks on innocent practitioners? Superstitious Kith have spilled their share of blood.
That's no comparison. Animancers have the advantage of education, and with that comes authority and responsibility.
I have to say, it's wonderful to have someone to debate with. You'd think they'd be more welcoming of it at the Law College.
Or we could enjoy a glass of wine and a comfortable silence.
Good day, stranger. Well met, friend. Well met, friend. Good day to you.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
How do you do?
Good day, stranger.
Well met, friend.
Following your lead.
Hey there.
And proceed by to go into the war.
I'll see what I can find.
Hail, traveler.
What is the meaning of the... Are you from... Who will solve? She's up... Fine.
These poor people. Is that the cure?
Mm-hmm. teach you a lesson! Show him! I'll teach you a lesson! Show him!
Hello! Greetings.
You had 5 siblings?
That's right. Between the 6 of us, I don't think the house has known a single day's quiet. Of course, a little chaos makes it far easier to get away with mischief.
Greetings.
Yes, I can imagine that comes in handy.
The other...
Good day to you.
Yeah?
So, and this fiasco, not just, you're not the only. The gods are cruel because you have more what scraps that may. He is also the same way precious. Despite that, they keep me whatever it is. If you find your well, let's see. Forgive me. He did not. This, if we can learn. Try your best.
Hail and well met. I just want to find her. Surely even you can understand that.
We're decent folk, my lord. Perhaps you should leave and check the wilds.
Greetings.
My lord. Beasts take them all. Yes, I've asked her. Elise.
Hey there.
I'll give it a try, at least.
Yeah? Sure.
Gods keep you. Good day to you. Hail and well met.
Out with you! How may I help? I know they wanted the Glon Father. If that's the...
Estramore.
Yunin Ianqiu and Anqiu Ibunin. Life in death and death in life. Magnificent.
I'll teach you a... That's it!
I'll see what I can do.
Mm-hmm. That's how it's gonna be. Hey there. That's it.
I have them!
That's it! Show him how it's done! That's it! Show him how it's done! I'll teach you a lesson!
That's not very helpful.
I'll teach you! Show him how it's done! Sure. That's it!
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Good day to you.
Well met, friend.
These are... That's it. Hey there. I'll teach you a lesson. Show 'em. I'll teach you a lesson. Let's have it out. Let's have it out. Let's have it out.
I shall deal with this one. I shall...
Let's have it out. Show 'em how it's done.
Hey there.
Watch out!
You cannot venture forth while in combat.
Yeah?
I'll give it a try, at least. Brave does feel...
Show!
Brave does feel...
That's not very helpful. Show 'em how it's done! Show 'em!
That's not...
Let's have it out! Sure. I'll teach you a lesson. I'll teach you a lesson. That's it. Curses. I'll teach you a... Show...
I'll see what I can do.
Brave does feel like...
I'll teach you... That's it. I'll teach you...
Brave does feel like...
I'll teach you... That's it!
Yeah?
Show him how it... Kenna, watch out!
Mm-hmm.
I can do that. I can do that. I'll give it a try, at least.
Hail, traveler.
Hello.
Whatever happened here?
I'll teach you a lesson. Show 'em how it's done!
Indeed,
Sure.
I'll have this open in no time. It's done.
You must gather your...
Hey there. Yeah?
I'll teach you a lesson! That's it! I'll teach you! Show 'em how it's done!
Hey there.
Waved out.
There's a better way to handle this.
How may I help you?
Hey there.
Show him how. I'll teach you a. I'll teach you a lesson.
Waved out. Waved out.
Hey there. Sure.
Waved out. Elon believed.
I'll teach you a I'll teach you a lesson. I'll teach.
Let's try this configuration. Still nothing. Shouldn't. That's what I'm. Forgive me. Research. Something in the years. I've no time. It has the power. I didn't see him. Not yet. I'm not. You could help. By the time I. Yes.
Hey there.
Hail, traveler. How fares your search? Well, this is troubling. That isn't enough to take to the Duke, but we're close. Avar Wolfgren is a cautious man. He will want to know everything possible before being moved to action. I had feared they might be involved in Widewind's legacy. It's the Leaden Keys conspiracy is clear now. They have used Engwithan technology to engineer Widewind's legacy, and they want people to blame Animancy for it. As we speak, the Duke is holding hearings in the palace. I, for one, would enjoy seeing their little scheme fouled up at the... However, certain groups have... What of them? We would own... It would be better... The man behind...
Well met, friend.
Luxurious furnishings, hostile stairs. Reminds me of the Lore College.
Our doorman seemed to... Have you procured the letter?
Venturing forth.
Greetings.
If this is about the breastplate, that's what Cleaver's been looking for anyway. Now, I'll be damned. To be honest, even I wasn't expecting it to work this way.
Gods keep you. Good day to you.
I'm a forge man. We were all
I've made a copy of Viana's and Slug's.
Hail and well met. Good day, stranger. Greetings.
Beyond seek. Show. Show him how it.
cannot venture forth while...
Sure.
Like worth and rough. Hey, I'll teach you. Let's start this over. Show him how it's... That's it!
Braved out.
That's not very helpful.
I'll teach you a lesson! I'll teach you!
One minute. But I'll send word to Fleet. I'm glad you agree with my assessment of the situation.
How fares your search? I've told you It's only right. And then we made a game I don't like. One day and that, what of them? Good. You need waste no more time here. Get to the...
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Well then, answer me this, Master Barash. If you Animancers represent our best hope to cure the legacy, what progress can you demonstrate?
As I've said, it isn't about progress, it's about potential.
My house would agree, Your Grace. We see great potential in its future.
And I suppose your blazing profits during the legacy don't have nothing to do with that, do they, Dominel? You can't have it both ways no more! Animancy goes, or this country goes!
So you admit, Master Barask, that Animancy is no closer to stopping the legacy than it ever was?
No, we've had many promising experiments. Cadman Azo has shown...
Cadman Azo murdered a child. For a complete failure. We should be hanging him right now for what he done. The dozens won't stand for it.
The experiment failed, yes, but his work...
Ah, our new delegate from the Knights of the Crucible. What makes you say sabotage?
The fuck's that even matter? These are people who would toy with the lives of our children.
Indeed. Even assuming there was sabotage, is this Animancer Azo not still accountable here?
Horseshit! These Animancers can't be trusted! Look at what happened in Heritage Hill! Our supposed protectors from Crucible Keep can't even clean up the messes Animancy leaves!
Your Grace, we'd have a much easier time of it if our knights weren't so occupied trying to keep their organization from igniting a revolution on our very doorstep.
Heritage Hill is blood on your hands, Justiciar! You turn a blind eye, and look what happens!
You've some strange taste in travels, friend. The height of your tales expands with every breath. I'll grant that you look the part. Tell us what you saw in Heritage Hill. Even if it is as you say, we have testimony that a group of Animancers had been spending time there. Surely their tinkering had something to do with this.
Animancy has many enemies. You need only look around this room to see it.
You're missing the point! Everywhere there's Animancers, there's disaster! We all know what Widewind's legacy's really about. And it ain't about some sparkling saint from Creed Ceres who's mad because he took a stroll down the wrong bridge! It's about a bunch of so-called intellectuals fucking with the natural order while the rest of us gotta suffer for it!
Is it, though? Should we not take the time to reach a clear conclusion? I mean, what proof do we have?
My son and daughter are buried beneath the floor of my house. We don't own no land, so that's where we lay them. My son, my wife let him slip when she was bathing him. Got water in his lungs he couldn't cough up. My daughter, we put her to bed one night, and the next morning she wasn't breathing. This Hollowborn thing, it ain't ending. And it ain't ending because we still let these charlatans play God. There's your proof, you damn copper fucker!
Enough, Adric. Lady Dominel makes a point. If it's Animancy, then why do the other states that permit the practice not suffer the same fate? Who among us can say he truly understands why the legacy has taken hold here?
Beasts. Another lunatic at the hearing. Did you remember to lock your sanitarium before you left, Master Barask?
You must know, friend, that the leaden key is a mantle for small-time ruffians and children at play. I'm not saying you're a liar. Not yet. But you'd better start making sense of all this. Help us believe you.
Now that's the first thing you said that makes some sense.
Please, this is pandering.
We've been saying they couldn't be trusted. No one listened. Now look where we are.
You've made an unexpected case, friend. I'll say that much. It seems we have a new possibility to consider, at the very least. I see. I'm impressed the Knights seized such an unlikely opportunity to find an end to all of this. But these hearings are about more than Widewind's legacy, even though that is our most pressing concern. Very well. That is all I wish to hear. Not just from you, but from everyone. Many days we've been at this. It is time we put it to rest. I want to thank the delegations for helping me collect my thoughts. And our new delegate, who, if nothing else, has made this final day a little more interesting. The time has come to choose a direction for the Deerwood. I am ready to make my pronouncement. Ramir D. Barash, representing the interests of animancers in Deerwood, step forward.
Your Grace.
The arguments for and against animancy are both strong in their own way. I must be careful in my judgment.
Forgive me, Your Grace. We will accept no judgment but our own.
What's he doing?
No, wait!
Stop this at once!
I've given you every chance to end this pursuit. Shall I end it for you? Another time. I am already late.
Smoke rises above the city walls in billowing plumes that blacken the sky like a storm. Behind the walls, the riots rage on. Known patrons of animancy are forced into hiding as looters ransack their estates and make off with their possessions. Animancers are torn away from their families and dragged from their homes to be stoned to death in the streets. Word had spread immediately that Duke Avar had been assassinated, and that an animancer was to blame. The city wasted little time in exacting revenge, and little effort into evaluating guilt. In the center of it all, Brackenbury Sanitarium burned. And down the lane, Hodred House, the last bastion of stability in the Deerwood, had fallen silent. Now safely outside the city gate, your path points eastward to Twin Elms, where Theos is bound, for reasons that remain mysterious as the leaden key itself.
Please stop. I have in the early senior contact I need, and I'm still not sure about thank you.
I'll teach you a lesson.
Yeah?
Show him how it.
Hey there.
I'll teach you.
Hey there.
Anyone suspected of treachery must be reported at once. Good, you have come. You have heard of the recent defections from our order caused by this apostate in Kratom. This is a dangerous woman whose lies spread like plague. She inspires chaos, sows conflict. Who she was no longer matters. If her following continues to grow, there will be war. You were recruited from Kratom, were you not? You must have known this heretic woman, Yavar. I pray her old...
Tread carefully, Estremor.
So, this is Twin Elves, home to the 6 tribes of Air Glanfar, and some very good hides from what I hear.
Hey there.
Another Estrom. There are reasons. Looters have grown bold, permitting... You'd better There's no way... Feralt's Feralt believed, while another I won't. These were the words very.
You have stayed true to our cause, Inquisitor, when so many others have not. For every heretic we confess, for every betrayer that burns on our pyres, new sheep continue to flock to Iavara Extensios. But not you. I underestimated you in the beginning. It is not for honor that I summoned you today, but for duty. Too many of our own have confessed upon the wheel and the rack and the flame. Too many of our faithful have had their minds poisoned by the Kratom witch. We have but one option. Iavara's following must see her exposed for what she is. She must confess her heresy before my court. Not in Kratom, surely. Their lord has embraced her heathen faith and protects her with his army. But in Oceanus, things would be different. The king of Oceanus is a sinful man. We have helped him to see the error of his ways, and now he fears for his soul. He would pay any price for absolution. You have already done much for the Inquisition.
Turn around, flesh creature. Outsiders are not permitted to approach the elms.
Do you not feel it, sister? Something familiar. An ancient soul, like the other one. Another defiler, no doubt. Let us fell him and be troubled no more.
So it would seem, Rhiannon. But we must not hasten to judgment.
What of it, young trespasser? Is it as there?
Really, sister? The answer is
it has
unfortunate, but that's I see it now. I'm sorry.
The soul is you would rather, however.
I would.
Or perhaps
the man, but were you to learn, you might.
Or you.
It is said
not.
You have
the only thing.
He is gone.
May
he may yet.
We know.
Don't be the way, my sister. The pity. The court is old. No more than the fall kill. No more. The fall kill. No more. The fall. Behind us is tear. Before you go.
What is
all this and be? May you.
Hey there.
Magnificent.
Yeah?
Arinci has no right to defend that cat.
I'll give it a try, at least.
Look, Estromor, this is no... They won't fight. It is not Gala...
I'll teach you a lesson! I'll teach you a lesson! I'll teach...
Following you. Let's more Takoa!
I'm sorry. I didn't... I suppose I've just... I should let you rest.
Hey there.
Come to see the great because she... We wait. If you stand on the side of that toothless old bag of bones, then you stand in my way.
That's...
Hey, that's...
Show him how it... Show him how it... I'll teach you a lesson!
Hey.
Show him...
Curses! These ones are it!
Arthek, Worth, and Rock! Aye? Perhaps a little rest is in order.
Mm-hmm.
The lioness reigns still, and soon her cubs will rise. Why did you strike the bear down? Strength begets strength. The mighty seize an advantage in their jaws and do not let go. To trap.
Let him.
Theo, she will, because he is her hound.
Would it go?
They both fear change,
And why not? When there is
this
so
it is not out.
This
and to improve track.
You must.
And if souls were
And when you just
hunt,
couldn't.
Stop right.
Surely. This is a missionary.
Down. We got time to catch our breath.
Do you remember when we were children, and the missionaries came to tell us about the gods? I remember when I heard that, I snuck out at night and climbed the watchtower in the old fort because I wanted to see them better. That fort burned down a few years ago when we cast the missionary.
Teach you a lesson. I'll teach you a lesson. Show him how it... Show him how it's done! Show him that! Show him how it's done! Thank you. I'll teach you a lesson. Sure.
Show him how it's done!
Hey there. Mm-hmm.
I'll teach you a lesson!
Hey there.
Circle up!
Show him!
That's not very helpful.
I'll teach you!
We can't afford another loss like that.
Show him! Show him how it's done! Show him how... Curse it!
Sure. Hey there.
What seems like an eternity, your rapid descent comes to an abrupt end. You remain still for a moment while your heart settles and your eyes adjust, breathing in stale, forgotten air. Before you, a narrow and eroded walkway becomes faintly visible in the dim light, cutting a winding path through a cavern so expansive it seems a world unto itself. In the distance, you can make out the cold gleam of living Adra veins that spike and fork in and out of view from the murky depths beneath. Their glow a faint and fleeting guide along the ancient trail. You look above at the opening you jumped through, now barely a speck of light like some distant star alone in the cosmos and forever out of reach. Your only way lies ahead.
Yeah?
That went better than I expected.
Yeah?
I'll teach you a lesson!
Hey there.
I'll teach...
Following your lead.
Lava beyond sea.
Hey.
I'll teach you a...
Hey there.
Show him how... Show him... I'll teach...
Hey there. Sure. Mm-hmm.
Show him how.
That's not very.
My old pupil. You are a welcome sight, but a worrying one as well. Do you still wander lost in the darkness after all these many years? You are so different now from who you were then, yet much remains the same. Old troubles with a new face. I'd hoped after our last discussion you would find what you sought. I can only guess your presence here has something to do with Theos. After all this time, he would still stand against the tide. I will tell you what I remember. I can see his influence, still hanging like a weight about your neck. It was just after the trial. You were agitated. That the gods aren't real.
Huh. I'd dreaded the idea from the moment the Delimgon suggested it. And yet, it almost feels like a relief.
But that's not... Is that the truth we've come for? That even the gods are false?
What I taught was that the gods whose faith we had been spreading were not gods at all, but something else entirely. The Anguithan missionaries all knew it, but they never told the rest of us. They meant it to be a secret that died with them, and in the end, they allowed their bloodlines to fade from memory. I had been assigned to join a few of them at a temple. I found the door to their chambers closed, but the room was stone and the door thin. Their voices carried. I heard enough. I never thought I became... They were It shook them. You asked everyone. What if you...
Well...
The free... If all...
I think...
Threads... You don't need... I ask these things. I've been I need to know. You were You had heard... Maybe you... And what if you're There is... At first I thought this might... Yet if there is a... He cared. That's why. If Theos in a this prison was better. But these souls... Theos will not... Please...
Hey there.
So... Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't we note a rather sharp drop somewhere around here?
Full of surprises, aren't you? Look at that. A city to put all others to shame. And long lost. Brave Dalfilar.
Sure.
I'll teach you a... That's it! That's it!
Hey there. Mm-hmm.
That's...
Following... Your...
I'll teach you a lesson! I'll teach you a...
I have...
I'll teach...
How may I help?
Ulu, ten! Curses! I'll teach you a...
Sure.
If thou feel our
Show him how... Show up!
Ready to take the oath, to spread the word of God. I am trusting you to remain loyal to the God. I wouldn't act. If you do not, you will have greater powers than me to answer to.
This is a missionary.
You are ready to give a confession?
I am ready to hear one from you.
You are far from your post, Inquisitor. What brings you here? The Inquisition was based on the need to cut the flesh from a rotting wound. We are in a sanctum holy to Utica. There are others like it in service to the other gods. That woman sought only to destroy the foundations of peace and civility. It has many uses, but its purpose is to bring structure to the chaos that surrounds it. They are monuments to Utica. What is a god? A higher power? A rewarder of good deeds and punisher of the wicked? Something men can turn to in their darkest moments when their days seem only like bridges from one tragedy to the next. Our gods are all these things. We are in a sacred place within earshot of the gods themselves. This is not the time. You've been through much these past few months. You will return home and you will rest. When you feel you have recovered, you may rejoin us at the trials. The Inquisition is far from over, and I will have need of you. There are many who continue to spread the lies of the apostate. The Inquisition will not end until we have pronounced judgment on all of them. Roark 10!
How may I help?
Show him how it's done!
Love. Arsenal.
Forge to battle! Forge to battle! That's how it is.
Arsenal.
At your command, the ancient device became your instrument, spinning to life with deafening resonance and gathering up the swirling essence like thread on a great spindle. There, in the pale pulsing glow of the machine that set you on this path long ago, you summoned all your strength, focusing on your objective and blocking out all else. With a single concussive blast that rocked the chamber and sent you tumbling to the ground, you freed the souls from their stasis. Exhausted, your consciousness slipping away, your last sight was of the machine, dark and dormant. Then your eyes closed, and sleep welcomed you at long last. After coming to and searching for some time, you discovered the route Theos used to enter Sun in Shadow, and embarked on a long and arduous ascent back to the surface. You emerged in Ter Evron after days of tunneling through the rubble Theos had left behind, and when you stepped into the daylight, you were faced with a different Deerwood than the one you had left. At your direction, the essence gathered in Sun and Shadow was sent across Deerwood to meld with and galvanize the souls of its people. In the days that followed, Deerwoodans, confronting adversity and expecting to be at the mercy of their own weakness, instead found strength and the will to persevere. The aggrieved found themselves able to carry on after their losses. The desperate found new reasons to hope. And the new reasons to hope were many, for Widewind's legacy had come to an end after 15 years. Hollow births ceased in the Deerwood, and a country that only days ago had seemed on the brink of collapse was suddenly on the path to a recovery, a fitter, more resilient country in the preferred image of the god of the hunt. Lord Radric's zeal had brought him back to life once, but it would not do so again. Radric's destruction at your hands spelled the end of his suffocating rule over Gilded Vale and the surrounding area. In his absence, the village prospered, becoming a popular destination for new settlers anxious to leave Defiance Bay after the riots. Without a nearby ruler, it also grew more wild, with many settlers moving on as soon as they'd arrived, turned off by lawlessness that was excessive even by Deerwoodan standards. Nevertheless, despite the challenges of living there, Gilded Vale had survived, and would continue to survive for the foreseeable future. Following the assassinations of Duke Avar Wolfgren and Lady Webb, Defiance Bay was thrown into political upheaval. In the ensuing weeks, the streets had become the domain of looters and blackguards. Few dared to step outside their own doors alone or unarmed. But order was soon re-established by the Knights of the Crucible, who, despite their depleted numbers, had gained favor in the public eye for their role in the unraveling of the conspiracy surrounding Widewind's legacy, and were quickly reinforced by returning forces from Fleetbreaker Castle. For the Knights, their resurgence marked a return to the tradition as well. Having seen firsthand the dangers presented by dabblers in animancy, the Order quickly abolished the practice internally, preferring the familiarity of their hammers and forges to the uncertainties of Essence and Adra. Their identity rediscovered, the Knights suppressed their political aspirations and began once again to train their recruits in the art of blacksmithing, recapturing the post-revolutionary ideals of Deerwood and regaining the respect of its citizens as a result. The destruction of the machine atop Ter Noaneth spelled the end of the reanimated corpses in Heritage Hill. Though at first few were willing to venture into the abandoned district, it was soon cleaned out and rebuilt. The district's horrors still fresh in people's minds, it would be some time before it was fully repopulated. But eventually the lure of cheap prime land would all but erase the memory. The Duke's assassination at the apparent hands of an animancer had caused catastrophic rioting in the streets of Defiance Bay. But those who had escaped the melee in the palace hearings remembered the testimonies of the strange guest who had shown up that day and absolved animancy, implicating the leaden key instead. The rumor spread quickly, and soon the popular belief was that the assassin had been a leaden key spy. When the legacy had lifted, people came to see it not as a sign that the riots had been according to the god's wishes, as Theos had hoped, but as a confirmation that animancy had never been the source of the problem in the first place. Deerwoodans instead convinced themselves that the riots had somehow purged Defiance Bay of leaden key spies, and that the end of Whitewind's legacy was their well-deserved reward. The rage against animancers was quickly forgotten, and those who had survived were permitted to return to Brackenbury Sanitarium and rebuild it so they might resume their studies. The fortress of Cadnua emerged as a bastion of security in the midst of an untamed land, becoming the envy of every thane and earl in Deerwood. Legend grew over time of its impregnability, and stories of formidable invaders easily scattered by the keep's defenses became popular around the hearths of Deerwoodanians. Likewise, it also became a beacon to travelers, merchants, and visiting dignitaries alike. Reputed as the finest fortress in all Deerwood, people would journey from near and distant lands alike to experience its fabled hospitality and grandeur. After the death of the Master below, a strange quiet fell over the endless paths of Adnua. The attacks on the fortress above ceased, Adnua's silent titan the closest remaining thing to a master in its musty, forgotten passages. Palaju, the death of Theos brought an end to your waking visions, and a silence to the whispers of the past. In their absence, you were able to sleep. The questions of a distant lifetime ceased to trouble your soul. All that remained was what to make of the answer. But at the moment, there was little to be done, and the matter would have to wait. A long journey loomed ahead, made no easier by your decision to bring an infant to Sun and Shadow.